Yo, haircut. Yeah, got it. Vlogs are still going. These videos are also still going. Rant time. Talking about the journey versus the destination. In life, there is no destination, but everyone, including myself, seems to live in that state of mind like there is a destination. And you're like, oh, my destination's once I have a job, once I have this, once I have all of this, right? And it's really just enjoying every part of the journey. Shit's getting deep as fuck. Taking you guys a little closer. So, this is where I do some of my work, you know. My room is full of examples of things that I've tried. So what you gotta do is literally just try things and stop being afraid to try them. Like, it's fucking hard. And I'm still struggling through it too, but just not giving a shit. Like, you just need to try it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tried making music. See, you can see my studio monitors. I have a MIDI keyboard. Streaming video games, making gaming videos. Now making these kinds of videos. Just try everything, man. And honestly, I think I love these kinds of videos the most because I'm just feeling into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just like ranting, and I love having deep talks, but I feel like most people, when I just keep going, they're just like, oh, shut up. So that's like why YouTube is just me being able to just fucking talk, you know? And it's like, if anyone is out there listening, man, if anyone understands, I'm out here, I'm terrified, I don't know what's happening in the world. You just gotta be real with yourself. It's like, it's scary, dude. I feel like I already know who I am, and everything's slowly manifesting, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's weird. Yeah. I just want to be able to, like, show the people that, like, you can. Like, stop, dude. This is 2017. You can be whatever. You can do whatever. And people are just afraid to take the first step. And you just gotta take the first step. And you know what? I fail forward with my businesses, dude. And I just keep going because the internal belief is I own a successful business. The external might not show it right now, but the internal has already said it. Okay? So the internal is what is going to dictate your reality. When you block out external sources or anything from affecting your internal reality, what has helped me along my journey is basically having a knowing versus a belief. So me not going to college burned all my bridges because I have a knowing that I'm going to be successful in what I do. Okay? Like, whatever. Like, I have a knowing I'm going to be able to survive not going to college. Because I just have a knowing. Like, that's why I did something drastic like that, because I have a knowing. Versus belief, be like, oh yeah, I hope this works out. No, it's like a knowing. It's like if someone asks you, you know, my name's Mason. If someone asks me, like, is your name Mason? You have that knowing. You don't think twice about it. Like, you wouldn't have to have someone convince you that your name's not Mason. So if you take that same knowing, like knowing what your name is, like, it's hard to explain. Like, you don't have a belief that your name is Mason. You have a knowing that your name is Mason. Like, you would take that and you apply it to, like, knowing who you are, who you already exist as. Like, this is how deep it gets for me. I know the version of me already exists. Like, it's already there because there's no present or future. It's kind of just made up. I mean, there's no past or future. Like, the only reason we think the past exists is because we have memory, but past isn't shit. All there is the present moment, and it's like one continuous, like, frame of just, like, energy, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna explain something. So the reason that I'm sharing how I perceive reality, and doesn't mean my thoughts are right? So I don't go around thinking that the way I view the world is right, although it's hard because, like, obviously my reality is the only one I'm experiencing right now. So obviously I think like my shit is like the right way to view the world, the world. And I used to be wicked ignorant about this. But now I realize everyone is on different levels of how they perceive reality and nothing's right. But I believe that since I believe in manifestation and that shit, since I believe that it's like real in my reality, it's a real thing, just like if someone believed in like ghosts, that it's like actually real for me, right? So,
What?
okay, Tibbs, I'm about to give a seminar in here. Is that right? So I don't know what day it is of the journey, but we're still out here. Yeah, so I have let me give examples of manifestation in my reality. So I have a 2000 Honda Civic, and when I bought it, I'm gonna give a quick little background story. When I bought it, I ended up not getting the title for it. So this is how it went. I went to do the paperwork and stuff, and I was just signing stuff. My mom's boyfriend at the time was there with us, who's a mechanic, because I brought him. I was like, oh, can you check out the car? And he was looking at the paperwork, making sure it was all good. And I was like, I had no idea what paperwork I needed. I was just signing stuff. I was just like, he's like, yeah, sign this, sign this. I'm like, okay. Like, I was just thinking about the car. I wasn't thinking about, what do I actually need for the paperwork? And turns out the guy never gave us a title. We never got the title for the car. So I couldn't register it. And I was so defeated because I just spent $2,400 on this car. And when I'm working at like Lobster Tail and shit, and just start working at Surreal's, like that's a lot of money for me, and it still is a lot of money, and basically, I couldn't get it registered, and then okay, so I couldn't get it registered, and then I found out that cars that are 15 years and older don't need a title to get registered. Okay, so it must have been 2014. Yeah, 2014. I was like, all right, so on New Year's when it's 2015, I'll just register this car because it'll be 15 years old. So I'm so pumped when it's 2015. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get this registered. We go in and they're like, oh, yeah. So they changed the law from, so now the law is any car that is year 2000 and newer needs a title. The year 2000. So my car, initially the law was 15 years and older doesn't need a title. But now it's any car 2000 and newer needs a title. So I was like, shit, dude. I was so upset. And I was like, all right. I know that the reality exists of me who has this car registered. It already exists. Because energy is never created nor destroyed. So the energy, the essence of it is already there. So I just got in my car. I was sitting in the garage. I was just sitting there. I just closed my eyes, and I was just like, feeling like what it would feel like to like have my own car. Because when you're like 16, like that's the best. You're like, oh yeah, my own car, freedom, right? So I'm just like, hell yeah. And this was after 2 times being rejected for not getting it registered. And yeah, I just sat there, and I was like, fuck it. I did everything I could to try to get it registered. I was looking up laws, trying to contact the old owner on Facebook to get the title. I was searching everywhere for the titles, trying so hard. I did everything. And I just let go of how it was going to happen. I let go of how I was going to get my car registered. And I just let go of that, but I had the intention to get it registered. I was like, this thing is fucking getting registered. Like, I'm going to figure it out. So I'd kind of forgotten about it, like I wasn't sad about it anymore. I was just sitting there in the garage. I'm like, okay, it's going to get registered. I just don't know how. It's there. Boom. Obviously making moves, I tried everything to get the title. My mom comes in one day. She's like, oh, I met this guy at a bar. He works at an auction, and he thinks that maybe we can use the previous registration certificate as a title. And I'm like, what? So I had the registration certificate from the state of Rhode Island. And turns out that acted as a title in the state of Rhode Island, the registration certificate. So then I got it registered and I got a title for it, like, and now it's in my name. And I was just like, what? This guy just comes out of nowhere. Like, I was like, I manifested that. And that shit was weird. That was the first example. And then the next huge one recently is living with Lucas, right? So I watched this kid, Lucas Johnson, on like YouTube. And I was just like, wow, this kid's really cool. We seem really similar. Like, I'd love to be friends with him and shit. Like, hang out with him. And like, once I found out he had an apartment, I was like, the moment he told me, like, the moment I saw him living in that apartment, I was on his channel, I was like, oh, I need to live with this kid. And I just like said it like that I was gonna like move down to Florida. First of all, I said that I was gonna move down to Florida. I didn't know how it was gonna happen. And initially, I thought I was gonna live with Nick, so I was attached to that outcome. So then I started getting unattached from that outcome. I just let go of it. I was like, all right, maybe I won't live with Nick, but I'm like, all right, maybe Lucas. I like let go of attaching myself to either outcome. So, and then Lucas hits me up. You know, we talk on the phone one day, and we're just like, just connecting. He's like, dude, yeah, come live, come move in. And like that moment for me was like, me, like, what? Like, this is like the best scenario I could have imagined, and it's happening, like, to me. I was like, it's weird, dude. It's weird. And I don't know, I'm super scared, super pumped about it. It's crazy. This is like my manifesto, dude. Like, this is me on the fucking journey, dude. Who am I?